Hey, what's going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk to you guys about two players in particular on the roster that are in the bottom six that, in my opinion, have been the most consistent players we've had offensively within the forward core to start the 2021 NHL season. And those two players, by the title of this video, are Andrew Copp and Adam Lowry. Now, the reason why I think these two guys have been the most consistent forwards we've had on the ice has been their two-way style of play. They're getting on the board point-wise. Andrew Copp already has 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points in 6 games, and Adam Lowry having 3 goals, 1 assist for 4 points in 6 games as well. So both getting off to really hot starts offensively and playing great hockey defensively as well. Andrew Copp and Adam Lowry both killing penalties at times, both playing great in the neutral zone, having a lot of on the puck pressure, and just overall they're just being everywhere you need to be and playing that role of a bottom 6 forward extremely well. And to Andrew Copp's extent, has played top 6 minutes already to start this season and has looked pretty promising within those increased role with the top 6. And the reason why I want to talk to these guys is about basically what it comes down to is how can we keep both of them, and can we keep both of them? And when you look at the way that this team's structured moving forward, next season we're going to have over $19 million in cap space, but you have to realize with that high number, we have to sign a lot of players. Paul Stastny is going to be gone at the end of the season, so who knows what happens there, because he could leave a hole depending on if a prospect's ready or not to jump in to an increased top 6 role. Matthew Perreault is going to be gone, so again, money coming off there, so money to invest in other places, and not to mention the fact that Trevor Lewis won't be here as well, even though he's played good hockey, but only on a 1-year contract. And the other big name we're going to have to sign is Neil Pionk, and basically Neil Pionk. That's the big other name we're going to have to sign. And when you look at those right there, you know that they're going to command money. Not to the fact that now that we have Pierre-Luc Dubois, who is on a $5 million contract for this season and next season, you're going to have to look to extend him at the soonest possibility. So the Jets are going to need to look around and figure out what the money situation is going to look like moving forward and who gets what. And right now, going on their current deals, Adam Lowry is making just shy of $3 million, and Andrew Copp making $2.2 million a season. And what makes this interesting is that Adam Lowry will be an unrestricted free agent, but Andrew Copp does have his arbitration eligibility. But nonetheless, because of all of that, this could make for an interesting situation because there's one other element that a lot of people could be forgetting when it comes to the next coming offseason. That is the Seattle expansion draft. Now, Adam Lowry has been a very consistently good player for the Winnipeg Jets. His offensive numbers have always been a little bit, up in air because he's not that type of player. He's not looking to score. He's only really jumping in and scoring when he sees a good opportunity. He's more of a two-way defensive center, and he knows that role really well. But Andrew Copp is an interesting player. When you go look at his point totals from the last few seasons, in 2017-18, in 82 games played, he had 28 points. 2018-19, 25 points. 2019-2020, 26 points. And to start this season off in 6 games, 5 points. And what makes that interesting is because he hasn't seen increased opportunities within that top 6. Now that Patrick Laine is gone and Cole Perfetti might not be ready to play next year, depending on how the organization feels about handling his entry-level deal and the contract and all that type of situation, and also depending on how his development is due to the fact that the Moose and everything are just getting started now, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens there, even though I expect he could make the team next year nonetheless. I think that there is opportunity for Andrew Copp to have an increased role with this team. So, and same with Adam Lowry to an extent. When I go and look at rosters moving forward to next season, Adam Lowry is still on this team, in my opinion, as a very good depth center for that bottom 6. I think keeping him down the middle is just going to keep to the center strength. We are already adding with Dubois and Scheifele in that top 6, and I like keeping him there for center depth, and especially if the fact that his offensive numbers can be good, and he's been just a staple for the Jets in the center core for a while now. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to give Adam Lowry and Andrew Copp a raise, I think out of both of those players, Andrew Copp could be seeing the more of a raise than what Adam Lowry is. I think Adam Lowry at about $3.5 million a season is a fair contract for him, maybe 4 pushing it depending on if he gets a really increased role and, or whatever like that. But even then 4 I think is a little bit, up there. I think that's kind of his max he would get, but I think around a 3.5 is where the Jets could look at. And I think with Andrew Copp, depending on what the plan is with the Jets moving forward and how much of the future Andrew Copp is within the top 6, if they even have a future with him in the top 6 for now, I think he could see an increased role as well to about maybe $4 million a contract, depending on whether or not he is going to be a part of that top 6, because Andrew Copp is a very good player to have depth-wise. For injuries to come up and play within the top 6, the bottom 6, he's very consistent offensively with getting good 10 goal seasons, which is basically what you need from guys playing that bottom 6, and I think that he could even have more potential to grow within his offense. I know he's up there in age, like both Adam Lowry and Andrew Copp. They're not developing prospects anymore. You know who they are when it comes to the NHL talent and their capabilities. But I think keeping both of these guys on contracts for now, definitely just keeping it with this, keeping both these guys is going to be a key for the future. Because although I love Jansen Harkins and I do think Mason Appleton's a great player, I think that Andrew Copp and Adam Lowry are better. And even though they might be a little bit cheaper, when it comes to the bottom six, it's important to have veteran leadership down there. And these guys are still going to be in the prime of their hockey at 27 years old and 26 years old. So I think keeping these guys for like maybe another 2-year contract, sign them up for 3 years, maybe max, around that type of salary cap, invest about six to 6.5 million between these two players. I know that might seem like a lot, but for what they bring, I think keeping both of them would be the better situation. But again, when it comes to what the team might do, Adam Lowry is most likely the more likely candidate to stay, I believe, with the club. His father is a coach with the team. He bleeds these colors. He just loves the organization. Andrew Copp did have a little bit of that arbitration last year, issues with his contract. His last contract is currently on, so who knows what could happen there. He could be looking for a much bigger contract and an increased role. We could see a type of situation where he asks for a trade or the Jets end up moving on from Andrew Copp because of that. Who knows what the future holds with Andrew Copp. I would expect to see him wanting to sign a contract, especially with the hot start of the season and the fact that the Jets are trusting him and giving him countless opportunities at the end of last season and this season to play within that top six. It shows a lot of trust in his abilities, and I think that Paul Maurice really likes him. So again, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with this very, very interesting situation. I wanted to make a video to briefly talk about it because both these guys have been two of the most consistent forwards to start the season for us this year. Both of them potentially could be gone at the start of next season, and I think that's going to be something the Jets need to think about moving forward, just to keep that at the back burner. Know that these guys are coming up, get ready to pay them, because I think that they're showing what they're worth and what they bring to this team, and I really think it's important that we keep both of them. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below as always. What do you guys think will happen with Adam Lowry and Andrew Copp? Do you think one of them gets snatched up in the expansion draft? Do you think Andrew Copp or Adam Lowry leaves in free agency? Do you think Andrew Copp demands a trade out of here, or something happens with his contract negotiations and things turn sour? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, I do appreciate all the support in the video, guys. You guys are killing it lately with this channel and the support, and I really do appreciate all that. Thank you guys so much for all of it. Peace, love, and positivity, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Go Jets, go.